Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Are Trassdahl, CEO and founder of CRISP, to discuss how AI and machine learning are optimizing the food supply chain. Ari, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Great to see you again, Jill.
Ari, what is the current state of U.S. and global food supply chains?
I think the pandemic obviously created these shocks throughout the system. The food and beverage suppliers and the food companies were heroic in putting foods on the shelves. But I think at the same time, they had a lot of shocks coming into a system that is incredibly complex. And now they're seeing that they need to change a lot of the data infrastructure here to be able to continue to grow and be able to deliver food.
As the COVID-19 pandemic lingers, has the pandemic been exactly what food brands needed to jolt them into action and accelerate technology adoption?
Yeah, it really has, because you think about this industry, it's incredibly complex. You have 250,000 companies, at least in the US, that are trading with each other in order to get food to consumers. And you can think about this as these information highways between these companies. They don't really exist. So they have seen now that while they get trucks on the road, they actually need to also build these information highways of data so that we can exchange data much easier, getting out of silos, getting into a common place. So that's been the big trend in the industry as we see it here at CRISP.
The food and beverage industries have been slow to adopt new technology to fix supply and demand issues that have existed for a long time. Are you seeing a new embrace of implementing tech?
Yes, this was definitely the big catalyst that the industry needed and been waiting for, right? So you had situations where we went from 1% home delivery or 1% e-commerce up to 35, 40% in the span of a couple of weeks. So there are big changes in the industry, and it's forcing the industry to use new technology, especially now getting data together in one place, which I think is everybody has wanted to do for so long. But as I said, this was really the catalyst to make it happen.
Is the solution to the problem utilizing newer technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning?
I think so, yes. I think we've seen those trends and those technologies been used in most other industries, but less in this industry. So I think the two parts of succeeding with an AI or a machine learning strategy. Number one is that the fuel for that is data. So you need to get data out of these siloed older school systems and from your trading partners and everybody that's in the industry and into one place and normalize it and figure out exactly what the data is, and then apply the machine learning and the AI algorithms on top of that. So we're definitely seeing that as a big wave in this industry now.
And finally, Ari, how is programmatic commerce? What is that, and how can this approach help optimize food supply chains?
Yeah, we've introduced the concept of programmatic commerce to the industry. We've seen that work really well in other industries, but as we think about at CRISP, programmatic commerce as one is unification, so getting data out of silos into one place, then automation, which means that machines are communicating with each other, so machine to machine automation. And then number three is these advanced applications that are on top of the infrastructure, where you can understand consumer trends better, you can understand forecasts better, you can plan all of your activities, understand your inventory better. So that's what we think about when we've used the word programmatic commerce. We're part of that in another industry before, which was digital advertising and marketing. And in the span of 10 years in that industry, 80% of the whole industry is what they call programmatic. And I think the same thing is going to happen in food.
All right, Ari, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.